Rebuilding Together is a national organization with a mission of tapping volunteers to come together for one day each year to repair homes, revitalize communities, and rebuild lives. For almost 30 years, the Peninsula branch has provided renovations and repairs for the most vulnerable homeowners in our community: seniors, veterans, people with disabilities, and low-income families. It's the only local organization addressing this particular need. And this year, they completed 41 projects with the help of 1,600 volunteers. Bob Rosenberg has been a general contractor for over 40 years and founded his own very successful residential remodeling company. He's volunteered as a construction captain for Rebuilding Together for almost 20 years. So you went in construction on your own and started your own company. After a while, you went back to, or added on, the volunteer element in your life. Was it different from what you expected?
It was. Even though it was remodeling, I was sort of thrown in front of a group of volunteers and had to lead unskilled people, whereas I was used to working with skilled tradespeople, and try to accomplish this list of tasks that at first glance I thought was unattainable.
So you were thrown in at the last minute to a job with not enough resources, unskilled people, an unrealistic timeline, and yet you keep coming back. Why?
Well, after that week was over and the day was over, and I saw what we really could do with those limited resources and people, it was a real great satisfaction. There were things that I saw that we could do that just sort of amazed me from the first time that I saw the project and thought that, oh, we cannot do.
What about Rebuilding Together, the program in general, impresses you the most?
The program has a lot of working parts that are behind the scenes that go on all year in preparation for this one day. And the focus that is put forth by the organization to make all this happen and organize all these moving parts so that everything happens in one day is very impressive. Having my own construction business and knowing how much it takes to get a project done in 3 months gives me a different perspective in seeing all the work that's done in one day.
So what do you like best and least about your paid work and about your Rebuilding Together work as a contrast or comparison?
Well, I love my paid work, but the Rebuilding Together projects had a different kind of satisfaction. The Rebuilding Together projects were an opportunity to impact someone's life far more than my paid job.
Have you ever seen some really significant safety issues addressed? Have you ever addressed them yourself?
Yes, in our Rebuilding Together projects, we see it all the time. We see water heaters without flues connected to where the carbon dioxide and flue gases can escape into the house, and carbon monoxide could and does kill people. Smoke alarms were almost, and still are almost non-existent in the homes that we work in. The mold and the debris and the sometimes filth that is accumulated in and around the house can be real safety and health issues.
Tell me about the clients.
The people that we work with in Rebuilding Together are very needy and almost always have a lot of pride, and the reward at the end of seeing them just beaming with satisfaction that this work has been done for them, and there was no way that they could have done it themselves. That's the real reward for me.
So is it safe to say that in general for them, their expectations tend to be exceeded?
Yes, and I would say hugely. Same with the volunteers. I think they don't realize the impact that the day, National Rebuilding Day, has when 40 plus people show up, a bunch of material, a bunch of unskilled people and skilled people, and an amazing transformation happens on each and every project, each and every year. And when they, at the end of the day, when they realize that, wow, all this stuff has been done, all these things have been fixed or cleaned up or painted, they find it hard to believe. You can stand back at the end of the day and say, I was part of this, and it's a feeling of accomplishment and a bigger impact on your day, what you did that day, that is different from other volunteering efforts.
Mm-hmm. Because it happens all in one day.
Right. This one woman, when the project was all over, I came back to just kind of say hello and see what it looked like at the end, and she gave me this beautiful blanket, a blue, 2 shades of blue blanket that she had started knitting the day that I met her when we came for the first interview, and it finished just after her project was completed.
Wow.
And that, I have a picture of us sitting on the couch together with the blanket.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
Yeah, and that was probably my most memorable experience.
Do you know someone who has overcome significant hardship and has an inspiring story to tell? Someone who has sacrificed or given over and above to the community and deserves some recognition? If so, please contact us with your nomination for next year's Local Hero Awards. To find out more about our local heroes and to watch interviews with all the winners, visit our website, midpenmedia.org. At the Mid-Peninsula Community Media Center, you can make your own videos and television programs and take classes in all aspects of media production. You can also hire our professional services team. To find out more about that, go to mcproservices.com. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank you for watching.